guys, welcome back. You thought we wouldn't make it, but we're here. And you know what it is, the JD stream slash JD podcast slash JD Unplugged slash D slash J. You know how it is.
That's right. So make sure to clock in, bug out, and get unplugged because we're back for another episode. So I want to start the podcast by saying, listen, I've been to many different places on my journey back to the studio, but I've entered a different realm. You know, it seems like I'm living in a cartoon behind me, but yeah, let's just say I found another portal on the volcanic Earth that I was at last episode, and I came out in a very strange world, hanging out with Squidward. He's having a good time. He enjoys it. He's relaxing. I'm a little scared because it's just I'm in like this nothing realm, so I don't know what the heck's going on, man. I don't know if I'm ever gonna make it back, but for some reason I still have an internet connection. I don't even think it's a time thing anymore. I think I'm just in an entirely different dimension now. I don't know, but the mission stays the same. That's to get back to you. But in the meantime, you know, just got to go with the flow. So me and Squidward are chilling. But yeah, that's basically it. You know, it's a little update on my location situation. Where are you chilling now? This isn't the first time you've been here. Where are you?
Me, I'm in my apartment.
Yeah, just chilling. Yeah.
I thought.
What's that plant back there? What do you call that?
I forget what they're called.
Yeah, me too. It's something. Just the giant leaf.
They grow. Yeah, the leaves grow really, really big. But I forget the name of it. It starts with I think, a P.
A pea? Okay, a plant.
But you know what? Let me get back to that for next week. I'll have the answer.
Okay, nice.
Because I have it somewhere. Like I have actually the plant name somewhere.
Okay.
And speaking of, I don't know. Actually, not speaking of plants. I was gonna say speaking of plants and growth.
Yes.
We have a guest on the show, even though that doesn't make sense. But
I'm trying to no. It makes sense.
We're growing.
We have a new guest on today. Well, I guess first we'll let you introduce yourself.
My name's Adam. I guess I'm Joe's neighbor.
Yeah, that's right. We
Hi, Adam.
So the way that we can relate that segue with the plants is that Adam, you have broken the record for the youngest guest that we have ever had on the podcast.
Really? Wow.
So okay. That is, yeah, we're planting the seeds. We're making new records here. Yeah. So I feel like that's worthwhile mentioning. Yeah. But yeah, so I guess so. Adam, can I ask you like a whole bunch of questions? I want to start by just saying how is the process of moving in? Is this the first time you've moved in somewhere on your own, or is this like old news for you? What's your situation?
This is actually like my first time like living alone.
Yeah.
Nice. Being honest, like I spent like a few years in the system, and and I just kind of in and out, and I guess now I'm just on my own. Like I'm on my own path. Like I made a bunch of resources, and I kind of just doing my own thing. Hopefully, go to college next year. I'm looking to be a paramedic. So.
No kidding. Fun. Nice. Yeah. That's admirable. That's my my older brother, Alex, which I don't know if I've ever actually even mentioned him in this podcast, but he went to school, I think at Western, whichever city that is, because that's kind of like off in the Greenbelt area, but he went to school to be a paramedic. He didn't end up becoming one. He just, he's an arborist. He just works at Davy Trees, but he has that know-how, so it's like I know who to call if ever I'm in a situation. And like I go, he knows how to fix me.
There's always someone in the family that has that, and it's always so good to have that person on call.
It's a relief, yeah.
And be on the good side of their family, you know what I mean?
Right, and not have them use their talent for evil, manipulate. Yeah. No, but okay, sorry, Darren, I'll let you.
Well, I just wanted to, if it's not too personal, if I can, you had mentioned that you were in and out of the system. Do you mind just elaborating a little bit more on that, if you don't mind? If that's not too personal, or?
No, it's not too personal at all. I spent like a couple of years in a group home.
Okay.
And like, not necessarily like, it wasn't the worst, and it was actually really like one of the best places I could ever be because I did a lot of like personal growth, and there was genuine people who cared about kids who didn't have the same opportunities as other kids. So
okay.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, I think Darren and I don't know that experience, so that is very unique to hear, because
Yeah, for sure.
the only exposure I have to those kinds of things is through media. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, how do you feel? Like you were just saying that it was good and it helped with growth. How do you feel now, being in the situation you're in? Are you kind of like, is there a set sort of feeling that you have about the situation? Like, do you feel like you got a good sort of grip on the apartment that you have and everything like that?
Yeah, but I really wish I never left. I really do miss them because
Oh,
like
no
I
kidding.
was like really secure there. Not that I'm like not now, but like before, like I had people who like genuinely loved me, and I could go to them at any given time, and I would receive support. So it's
Right.
kind of different now, even though I can still call and stuff, but it's not
Yeah, I
the
was gonna
same.
say they must. There's no way they just shut you out
It's
completely.
No,
not
But,
the
yeah.
same. Oh yeah, it's not the
yeah, no,
same.
it's
100%.
it's
It's
not
not
the
that
same.
like
Yeah,
Yeah,
face
I
to
like
know.
face.
seeing them every day and like
Mhm.
100%. Okay, that sounds quite wow. That sounds like you've been through a little bit.
Yeah, that's huge. And so some other things that we had talked about off the podcast, but you have what is it, sage or incense? What sort of practices do you have to give yourself that sort of homebody feel?
Oh, when I like first moved in, like I just wanted to like clear the energy
Yeah.
that was in the apartment, just to make it my own. And yeah, and I just wondered like if it bugged you guys or anything like that. But I
No,
kind of
well,
do it
no,
every
that's
often.
the
Like,
funny thing. My girlfriend has the same thing, so.
oh,
And she kind of mentioned that like after the fact, like after I already texted you about this, and oh, no problem. She was like, you should mention him that I also do that. So yeah, that's funny.
Okay,
yeah, no, I kind of do it.
just out of curiosity. So you're on the bottom, and then Joe, you're on the top.
Yeah. So it's a house
Okay,
structure. So it isn't
so
neighbors left and right. It's like,
it's like
yeah,
a
second
triplex,
floor,
like or
main
duplex.
floor. Yeah, triplex, literally. Yeah.
Okay, so do you find that if you were to light incense or sage or anything, and you don't have it lit, do you smell it?
I honestly haven't noticed.
Yeah,
That's
So
the
it
thing.
smells.
I don't think you no, wait, really, because okay. So for instance, because I live on the bottom level of of a house of a tripod, so I light incense and candles, and I smoke weed all the time. So I'm just thinking because but I smoke to like diffuse the weed smell. You gotta add the
oh,
incense and
true.
all that
That's funny.
stuff,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And
yeah.
candles. I have candles lit. Like there's candle lit right now, like just to
Yeah.
have the scent. But I'm just thinking when I light incense all the time, they must be getting that up there. Like they must be.
Maybe a little, but I feel like the central, whatever it's called, I don't know if it's called central AC, but the central system that like regulates airflow throughout houses, I'm pretty sure it's made to suck out. Yeah, like it must have a system where
Okay,
it like
Adam, we're
it
good then.
filters.
Adam, we're good. We're
Yeah,
good.
I've
Light
never
all the
crawled
sage
around
you
in the
want.
ventilation to find out myself, but yeah,
Yeah, light all the sage you want. Light all the
just
incense you want. You're
noted
good.
Yeah,
too.
no,
Just
some
light a
people it
fire.
actually bugs people. That's why I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
if you
Well,
guys can smell it.
I will say this though, the other day, I don't know if it was literally yesterday, you were cooking something and then the alarm went off.
Yeah.
Um, it I didn't smell anything, but then my alarm went off, fire alarm for
Oh,
like a
did it?
millisecond and then shut off. Yeah, and I was like, did my fire alarm just like make that noise because it heard a noise near it that was screaming and so it started screaming? Like why did it react that way? Because literally there was nothing. Like there was no smell or anything like that. But yeah, and it was for a
Yeah.
millisecond. But yeah, that was weird. I was
Yeah,
like, why
mine's
is that?
actually went off for a few minutes, like for a few seconds, so like turned it off. I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
making lunch.
yeah. That's all it
What
ever
were you
is.
burning?
Just cooking
What were
something.
you What were you burning, Adam?
My I was making chicken and it was too high, and it just like kind of like went off like really
Oh,
fast.
Oh my
yeah,
god, that is
classic.
so
That's
sad. That
everybody's.
is so
Yeah,
sad. That is so sad. And then
99.9% of the time, fire alarms go off just because of cooking steam. Yeah, it's annoying, but.
No, it's
I
like right above it too. That's why. So it's
Right, yeah. It's like it's made for that in case there is an actual accident where like a fire erupts from that area, but it's like every time you cook, you have to be careful or like put on the vent fan or something above it. Yeah.
It's
yeah.
interesting, right? There, and it's just okay. I know it's like it's an alarm and it's supposed to like alert you, but they're loud, don't you think? Like fire alarms are
That's the
loud.
point. If you're asleep, they're
I
like, supposed to wake you up.
know, but like it's loud. It's not even like it's like it could be loud and still wake you up, but it's not that it's loud. It's like it's piercing. That's the word.
Yeah, it'll make you deaf.
It's
Yeah.
piercing. It's like you're trying to like take it off the wall and you're like deaf to trying to do it. You know?
I know. Oh my God. When I
Like
was
it's so
younger,
But it makes sense.
I explicitly remember having this experience of, like, when I was like in grade 6 and 7, of whenever there was like a school dance, they would have big speakers set up in the gymnasium, right? And I would just be like, is there like a limit to how close I can get to this thing? So I would go like right up to this giant speaker, just put my ear next to it. It's like clearly I must have caused actual like physical damage to my ears by doing that. But oh my gosh, it's just, that's what I think of when I think of fire alarms. It just brings me back to those days of me being at like school concerts or whatever, and just walking right up to the speaker and just like right in your ear, and you're like, this is probably not good for me, but yeah.
Yeah, trust me, I know exactly what you. You go home, your ears are still ringing for like days.
Yeah, it's yeah. Well, maybe I shouldn't be talking about my girlfriend too much. I've already mentioned a lot, but there's one thing where she kind of worries every so often coming back from concerts. This is obviously pre-COVID, that like she now has tinnitus, where like your ears ring like perpetually, and she's like, "Oh no, is it gonna go away?" And it's like, "Of course it's gonna go away. It's just it's fine. You don't have it. I'm pretty sure that's not how you get it, but yeah."
So funny. Oh my goodness. Okay, so wow. Okay, so like, dang, that's pretty intense. 18 too. Like, I moved out at 18, turning 19. So I've been on my own
Oh, so
since
you did
18,
too,
19.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it is like, that's pretty. Kudos to you. Let's start with that. Kudos to you.
Thank you.
Like, it must be even too. It's you were mentioning, because you were in a group home, that you had some support, and those people that were there for you. It's a little bit hard, kind of leaving those people behind and kind of almost starting fresh and new alone and on your own. It can be a little overwhelming at times.
Well, yeah. So I guess, have there been any new experiences like grocery shopping and stuff, or do they like kind of have you do that before you turn 18 just to prepare you for that kind of lifestyle?
Yeah, I was there since I turned like 16. I think I was 15 when I first came there.
Okay,
But
yeah.
yeah, no, like everybody, it was very independent. Like everybody had their like own thing going, and I made like not necessarily friends. I consider them my sisters. Yeah. Like everybody had their own thing going on, but at the end of the day, like we still have dinner together every night. Like we'd still have to go grocery shopping every week. It was somebody like else that had to go, and there were certain things. We spent Christmas together. Like yeah, there was like just a bunch of stuff. We had a routine going, but everybody kind of just went their own path. Like say for instance, my closest person that I made there, she moved back in with her parents, and
Oh,
yeah, so
Yeah.
that was like a good thing for her because she she had the chance to go back to her family, and yeah, everyone else kind of just either went on their own, either went to a different group home or got their own place, and I was one of the fortunate ones that got their own place, and
Yeah.
yeah, but like we all came to terms that like somebody else deserves that chance to like grow and like share that love that they gave to us, and our time was
Right,
coming
yeah.
to an end. Yeah, because you have to leave at a certain age. I'm pretty sure it's 19, but I chose to leave a little early.
Okay, yeah. And do you? Sorry, yeah, Darren, I'll let you go.
I was just gonna ask, how long, if you don't mind me asking, were you in the home?
Uh
That's just, like,
2 years.
I would say almost 2 years, like more than 2 years. I would say 2 years, almost 3 years, reaching 3 years.
Yeah.
okay. Okay, Joe, what were you gonna ask?
Well, so and then I was going to ask. Well, obviously you had such a positive experience being
Yeah.
there, right? Do you have any kind of like you're saying you wanted to go to school for paramedics, but in the meantime, where would you consider a future of maybe volunteering there or working there as an adult to help anyone else that's coming up in that system?
They all told me I should be a social worker, but
Right.
I don't know. I don't know.
Give
Like
it time. Yeah, it's still fresh. You're still young, and yeah, you're just coming out
yeah.
of it. Yeah.
No, but
But
I
yeah.
just really like helping people. Like, and I feel like I react good in like crisis situations. I feel like I could
Yeah.
do well in that. So that's just something I've
And
always like looked forward to.
yeah, and that gives credence to why you'd want to be a paramedic as well. Yeah, so that makes
Yeah.
sense. Nice.
Cool.
Very good.
That's really good. Yeah, man. It seems
So
like you got a really good head on your shoulders.
yeah,
Thank you.
seriously. So now I want to ask, what kind of hobbies do you have? Are you like a music buff or movies or like fitness? Like what's the thing that kind of grips you on a day to day that you like doing?
Um,
or video games, or anything like
I
that?
try to do everything. Like, I
Yeah.
haven't got my setup. Like, I play the piano, I write,
Oh,
I play
nice!
sports.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, like
Nice.
Cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
do.
a
I
solid
do.
setup. Yeah.
Oh,
So what kind of sports do you jump into? What's like your top go to?
I played soccer, like outside of school, like on an actual team for when I was younger.
Yeah.
I played like on the sports team, basketball, like anything that would qualify as a team. Like I would just want to be on like the volleyball team and stuff like that, just to like
Yeah.
the school, because like I really enjoyed sports.
Yeah, nice. Very good.
cool. Yeah.
Oh, and then
Nice.
so what was your your situation with school? Is that something that you just graduated normally, or is there like a special thing that you do if you're in a home, or is it not related to school? Is it just you're in a home and you go to school?
Right now, I have to wait till I turn 19 to take my GED. So
Okay, yeah, so that's
right
gonna be
after
Okay.
that, like I've been studying for it, and right
yeah.
after that, after I pass it, I could just go to college, I guess. So yeah, I'm just kind of looking forward to
Start the
that.
applications. Yeah. Man, I had a weird Darren. I don't think I ever asked you, but I had a weird situation with college. I had weird in and out stuff going on. What was
Oh.
your experience like? Did you like go to
Mine was
university or
mine was
college?
horrible. Mine was horrible. I
Oh
went to Sheridan
no!
for I went
Uh,
for like I took like a year of just like an art course where it was just like I basically learned every aspect of like art there is.
yeah,
And then I went for graphic design and it was horrible. It was like the absolute worst. Like I remember I had to call my dad one time
yeah.
and I'm not trying to like make it trying to like scare you or anything, Adam. I'm
No,
just saying for
right. Yeah,
myself,
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah. Yeah.
it was just horrible experience because my mom had just died. Like she just passed away like that same year I was going. Like my mom passed away, I graduated, and then I'm going into college the same, all in the same. Oh, and I moved out, all in the
So there wasn't
same.
even a leap year. Yeah, you did all of that
It
inside of
was
like 3 months.
horrible. It was just
Yeah,
horrible.
yeah.
That was probably like the worst time. That's probably when I just That was like that's when I got into start doing OxyContin, and then that's when I realized okay, stop all this stuff, and then I got into the drinking.
Right. Yeah, and then the restaurant business
Yeah,
and everything.
that's literally how it all started. Because I was
Right.
alone. It was horrible. It was just horrible.
Yeah. Wait. So what happened? So you took the 1 year, and then from that point
And then
forward, just you kind of self-taught yourself and became more of an entrepreneur.
I went back to graphic design I went for graphic design, so it's like a 3 year in total. It was like a 3 year program.
Okay. Sure.
Um, and then after that, I just did everything else. Like, cause like when I took that program, like it literally like I knew everything already in it. It was the strangest thing. So it was like I was just kind of
Yeah.
like just affirming
Doing it to
myself.
get like a piece of paper, but yeah, you weren't
Yeah,
like learning anything
when
new.
it's like
Yeah.
I already knew all this stuff anyway, so it's like,
Yeah.
I just wasted my money a little bit, and that kind of stressed me out a bit. So it's just like, but from there, then I started just doing my own thing.
Yeah. And plus, I mean, yeah, it can always seem like it sucks at the time, and even looking back at it. But then you think if it turned out differently, maybe you wouldn't have been as motivated to be the sort of business person you are today, right? Like there can always be like that kind of perspective switch on it, where it's like kind of a silver lining, where it's like
You're so
maybe if
right.
college wasn't so awful, you wouldn't have like pushed yourself as hard. You never know.
Exactly.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Like
Yeah.
honestly, it's like Adam, even to like a lot of, I'm sure, with a lot of downs, there's going to be a lot of ups,
Mm.
and
Yeah.
I'm sure in life you feel like sometimes you're just always on the down, especially at your age. I'm not saying like just trying to be negative or anything. I'm just saying that at your age, sometimes a lot of things can come off very negative, and they can seem like your situation is just horrible, and you know what I mean? It's beauty is in the eye of the beholder, essentially.
Right. Well, so I guess we should also give a little context because Adam, I don't know if you know our ages, but I'm turning 28 this year, so I don't know if you're turning 29 this or 29,
I'll be
19 this
30.
year.
Yeah, I'll be 30 in a couple months.
Yeah. So that's just we're not
Yeah,
like old people, but we are older for sure. Yeah.
yeah. I already guessed that for sure.
Right. Yeah. Wait. Oh, so okay. So maybe it's too late. I should have asked first. But
Yeah.
what was your first assumption when you saw us? Were you like, oh, I guess those guys are like 25, 26, or were you thinking we were like 30, or what? What was
No, when
your?
I first met you, like in the back
Yeah.
there when I knocked,
Yeah.
I thought you were like 27, 28. Like
No kidding. Yes,
Yeah.
that's pretty spot on. Yeah, nice, nice, very good. Well, you got a very good, accurate, yeah, just age perceptor. Just looking at pictures. Yeah. Once upon a time, man, people were thinking that I was a kid for the longest time. And I think until I was like 25 or something, everyone's like, "Oh, I thought you were 18," and it's just because I got a baby face. It's very hard for me to grow a beard. But as soon as I started losing my hair, because it's thinning. I mean, I got hat hair right now, but it's receding. I have early onset male pattern baldness, and it's second that happened, nobody was thinking I was young anymore. They're like, "This guy is exactly
Aww.
as we could assume." Yeah, I mean, it sucks, but it's
Who
also
cares what
good.
people think?
Right, right. Well, the thing is, without any people, just me alone, it's taken me a long time just hating the fact that that's happening to me. But yeah, and especially because like my older brother's got like a thick mane of hair, he's got that lush
Oh,
black Italian hair, and it's just coming out of me. But what are you gonna do?
it's fine. You
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
just do
it
you.
is
You gotta
fine.
start a hat brand, start a wig line, get some plugs.
Start
Whatever
a
makes you
wig line.
who
Oh my god,
knows?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Just
Silver
do what
lining, just like
makes
I
you
was saying
happy.
before. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Just
Like
wear
kind of
hats. That's what
a little bit of an example is like because you mentioned your brother.
yeah.
Um, my brother and sister both have had braces, like
Yeah.
like I don't even know. Like they've had them for a long time. Now
Yeah.
they don't have them anymore. But my brother's teeth are immaculate, like immaculate. Like they're
Yeah,
just
yeah,
so.
no
Every
kidding.
time I'm like, oh my god, I'm so jealous.
Yeah.
And I've never had braces. Like my doctor or my
Same.
dentist was like, yeah, you don't need it.
Yeah, literally same. All of my siblings got braces but me.
But now I'm like, ever since then, I'm like, oh, I just want to get my teeth done. And now I'm 30 years old. I finally got my thing booked. Like, I went to go get my
Oh,
Invisalign, all that
what?
stuff. Yeah, I went like, I don't
I
know. Did I
thought
tell you?
you were just getting your wisdom teeth out. I didn't know
I'm
that you're doing all that.
because it's
Yeah,
a process. It's like a process. I'm like, it's a
yeah,
process that I have to go through. Where it's like, this is my teeth journey.
yeah,
Where it's
yeah. No
like,
kidding.
just do what makes you happy. You know what I mean? And everybody's different, right? Like,
Yeah,
every time people look at my teeth, they're like, your teeth are beautiful. They're great. But like for me,
Yeah.
it's what makes me happy.
yeah, yeah.
You
That's
just gotta
interesting.
do.
Yeah, yeah. Because I have imperfect teeth as well, just because the doctor's like, it's fine. Like you can tell, it kind of like juts in here. It's not perfectly centered. Um, but yeah, that one doesn't bother me. The only thing that bothers me is the hair. So it's like I'm just gonna wear hats, and then if I ever become financially successful in any way, where like I have spending money that I can put towards something, it'll probably be plugs. I'm gonna go plugs all the way.
You're into it. You're into like getting it. Okay, that's
I'll do it because I mean, when you look
yeah,
at
man.
there's like Elon Musk and Tosh.0. It's not like these people are role models, but just you see them that they had hair loss. You see pictures of them in like the year 2000, and then pictures of them now, and
Looks beautiful.
it doesn't look bad. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good.
But
And it's just personal preference. Like it's just what makes you happy. If now you
everybody,
go in the
yeah,
mirror
everyone's got their own
and think
thing.
about
But that's a
yourself,
luxury thing.
do it.
So Invisalign, I think, is not as costly as getting plugs. So yeah, that's
Well, it's
I
pretty costly, but I don't know how much are plugs. I'm sure that's much more
a
expensive.
thick amount. It depends on how much you get. So I would need a good amount. So I'm thinking it'd be like in the tens of thousands.
Okay, yeah, because like that's kind of almost like how mine are. Because after that, I'm getting like stuff put on my teeth, so like they'll
What do you
just be
mean?
like
Like veneers?
I'm getting.
What you
You know
get?
what though?
What?
I'm getting veneers on my whole top 6 teeth.
What? Oh my gosh!
You
Yeah.
know what I just decided? And Adam,
Okay.
tell me if this is a good choice or not. So essentially, the doctor was like, you can get them on top and bottom, whatever. But I think what I'm gonna do is I already have it booked for the top 6, but the bottom, I think I'm just gonna leave them as is, and
Yeah.
maybe just like
Well, you think
shave
about
off
how you
just a
smile.
teensy bit.
When you smile, it's just the top teeth, right?
Because like
Depending on how you
remember,
do it.
I don't need braces to begin with, so like I'm just getting the
Yeah.
Invisalign just to straighten things out, just a teensy bit, just
Yeah.
even things out just a little bit, just to fix some crowding,
Yeah.
and then get the full top done, and then the bottom still has a little bit of like charm because it's not like
There
it's
you
real.
go. It's your personality. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like this is the tooth my mama gave me. Yeah. Nice.
Think I know. Does that make
No,
sense?
yeah, you should do that. Yeah, because your bottom's pretty perfect. Like,
Yeah.
Thank you. I
People
appreciate
see
it.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Absolutely.
it's just like whatever makes you happy in life, do you. Like don't ever like that's my little bit of elder knowledge to you, Adam.
Wisdom.
It sounds super cliche, but just do what makes you happy. Like even like sometimes when like that we have a conscience and it's like sometimes it's like second guessing. It's like oh, da, da, da. Always follow that conscience and just know that like deep down you know what's good.
Right, right. Unless you
Thank
have a
you for the
bloodlust. If you have a bloodlust, do not follow your instincts. Yeah, try not to kill people. Yo, well, okay. So, yeah, one thing I'm curious about is how do you feel that maybe you've changed from your younger self as someone who's 18? Do you feel like you felt like a difference of opinion or growth like from your younger self, like when you think back to when you were like 10 or 13 or something like that? Do you feel like there was a big
110%.
change? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's something that I feel I've started to lose perspective on as I get older. I'm like, did I like I know I'm different now from when I was 18, but what about when I was 18 to 13 or something, right? Like, yeah. So yeah. How do you feel like maybe certain things have changed for yourself?
A lot of personal growth, like just me being comfortable and like secure with myself. Because
Right. Yeah.
there's a lot of disadvantages of like being considered one of those group home kids because like my partners like their parents thought like I was kind of a bad kid just because of like my history or of like my situation, and like they're quick to judge and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and I always took that pretty harsh, but then I realized that's not on me, that's on them, that they can't
Yeah.
see that
Literally.
they're judging a kid without getting to know them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would definitely say that over the years I've had some like personal growth.
Yeah. Nice. Well, yeah. Yeah. Just the understanding that it's not on you that other people judge. It's yeah.
Yeah,
Which is so annoying because like literally care. Okay, so you know how that's like a cliche that the internet says, like, "Oh, I don't give a fuck." Like, "Oops, where did all the fucks go that I gave? I guess I got none left." All that kind of jokey stuff. But it's like that's literally what makes us human is caring about other people, right? And
exactly.
one of the biggest disadvantages about caring about other people is when the other people don't care about you or they're like judgmental towards you and stuff like that unfairly, right? It's unfortunate. It's the double-edged blade of the fact that we're social creatures. We seek out love and we want other people and we want affirmation and all of this kind of stuff, right? It's what it means
Exactly.
to be a human being. And so to have people
Mm-hmm.
judge you is like the worst thing. So yeah, it is definitely a game of like give and take as far as like allowing people to kind of have that power over you, where it's like you care about how they think about you because yeah, if it's your partner's parents, then obviously you want them to um, like at least initially you would want them to care
Yeah.
about you, but then if you find out that they have these kind of um, whatever it'd be called, like double standards, or just like it's you
Yeah.
failed before you even began or something, then it's like, well then fuck them, like they don't, who the hell are they to be this kind of judgmental, like they're
Yeah.
clearly not being reasonable, they're like judging before they met you kind of thing. Yeah, so
And essentially, like, are they actually judging you, or is it just did they judge you before, like, or is it just more of like in your head kind of thing? Because I can kind of relate to that somewhat.
No, like for uh like they would actually say like I don't think Adam's a good
oh
influence
my
on you because he wasn't like he was raised different or like something like that. But like yeah, no, those
that's
are
actual
like
bullshit. Yeah,
actual words.
that's
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's like it's almost even like it's like a stereotype essentially that
Yeah.
You're
you
being
have to like
stigmatized. Yeah.
those like a good way is like you handle it quite well. It's like you gotta just kind of remember that who you are, and those things really do shape you, right? Like that's your life. This is your personality. This is who you are. This is where you come from. Like don't let anybody take that away from you. And
Yeah.
just the fact of you just being like, you know what, it is what it is.
Right.
They can kick rocks.
Yeah.
Right. And plus, yeah, you still care
They
about your
better
partner, then you be with your partner, but then just forget about the parents, right?
they
Yeah.
can be
It
they
doesn't
better be
have
wearing
to.
socks. It's gonna hurt.
Yeah. Actually, it's funny because I don't think I mentioned this on the podcast, or at least you, Darren, but my girlfriend and I talked about it a bit now because we've been together for almost 4 years,
Yeah.
and we're like, you want to get married? It's like, nah. Like, who would we do it for? Other people? We do it for our parents or grandparents or whatever. It's like, who gives a shit? So we're just like, nah, fuck it. We just won't get married. We're
Yeah.
together. That's all that
And
matters. We're just
that's
gonna
good.
be together.
That's
Yeah,
Exactly.
really
still
what
common law. Yeah.
and too.
it's like this idea of tradition of like you have to get the acceptance of the parents and stuff. It's like
you just have to
some
do
old world thinking. Yeah.
What makes you happy, and then at the end of the day, like you prove them wrong by just staying true to your character. Done. That's what always in the end. For me, like that's what is just you prove them like. Okay, I like a perfect example would be like, for instance, my boyfriend is white. He's white, and like I'm black.
Wait, Darren. I have never asked you about your love life. You're in a relationship with someone?
Oh yeah.
I've never known this. I didn't ask. That's on me. I never asked. But you're actually
because that's the thing. I don't even like
talk about it.
I don't know. I'm so like that. I guess I don't know. I just
it's
do
okay.
whatever.
You don't have to kiss and tell. But it's just I never asked.
Let me get back to this. Let me get back, and then we'll go back. Okay. So essentially, just this way. Like, I'm black. I have tattoos. I have like you know what I mean. It's like that's a stereotype.
You're every boomer's worst nightmare. Yeah.
Right. So I'm just thinking always like they hate me. They think I'm stealing, or like they think I'm like doing drugs, or they think I'm like something. And this is something that like is ingrained in me already because I will go like I drive a nicer car, so like I'll go and like pull up to my friend's house, and then you'll see people looking outside their window and shit, and like coming to my car and asking me why am I parked here, shit like that. Yeah. But you just kill them with kindness. Oh, I'm just here waiting for my friend. Roll up the window. Bye.
Exactly. Yeah, I was that too because it's funny. Like I'm also like a black male, and I also do have tattoos, and it's like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I know exactly what you mean.
Right. So even too, that's almost like a double. It's almost like you have a double on you. So it's like your skin color already
of judgment, of initial judgment. Yeah.
From a home, it's like they're already putting this false judgment on you. So like you just have to stay true to your character and just do whatever makes you happy. But essentially, Joe, my boyfriend, is Aiden. He's white, and
he's your boyfriend? I never knew that. That's so stupid of me. I just thought you guys were just hanging out. That's great. Oh my god.
Get this.
Yeah, well, that just goes to show that I'm
They're just roommates.
Yeah, that's so funny. Yeah.
That's so interesting. He didn't tell his parents until get this. He didn't tell his parents.
Yeah.
That he's dating me, all this stuff, until I'm with him in England.
Oh shit!
Right. Wait. So when was that? When did you go?
We went 2019. But it's kind of hard because we went New Year's. So like on the plane, it was like Happy New Year. So it's kind of like hard to say. We went like 2018, 2019.
Oh, okay. At the beginning of 2019.
Before COVID.
Yeah.
The year before COVID. So we go there, but like think of it as like how I would think, right? I'm thinking like they're gonna hate me. They're gonna hate me for sure. Even though these people have never met me, I haven't done anything wrong.
Right. Well, it's also a stereotype that British people are extremely posh and judgmental, and that's kind of something that they're known for. Yeah, typically. Yeah. But so what happened? How did it go?
At the end of the day, it went great, and
great. Yeah.
Mom and I are really close because like my mom passed away when I was young, and my mom passed away when I was 18. So I don't really have guidance. I don't really have a family. It like destroyed my family. So just to see like him talk to his mom all the time and like be really close with her, it's really nice. So I built like a relationship with her where like every day we just get closer and closer. It's cool. It's really nice. But you had that in your head prior to that. I'm sure there was judgments, but that's only natural.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's only natural because we have to like at the end of the day almost like educate. Even though people are older and things like that and like age is a number, like we have as a younger generation, we have to like just kind of prove them with like knowledge and being kind and just educate,
I always struggle with that because like at the end, like I used to feel like at the end of the day it's not my job to educate you. Like you should know these things, like not to judge another person. Like it's
it seems commonsensical. That's something I feel like I had not the opposite effect, but I had a situation where I was ignorant to the fact that still exists, the fact that there is still like this entire subsect, like the population of Canada is like 70% European descendant people, right? And it's like I was born in the suburbs of the GTA, so it's like I'm part of like the city life. compared to someone else who would like live in farmlands, like higher up north in Ontario, right? So I was ignorant to the fact that people are still ignorant or judgmental to other people, right? Just because I just grew up with just in general more diversity in my life, right? So it's like it's the people where it's just a town of 3,000 and they're just all white people, and it's like, you know, and highly religious too. Like there's all these other elements that go into it, but yeah. So it's like I didn't learn until later in life. I was like, oh, there's still really, really ignorant, like sexist, racist people in the world. And I was just, I just am not part of that life because it's all kind of, it's the people that are more separated from like the city life and that kind of thing.
And like just to like even like just with this stuff that just went on last year, like with this, like Trump brought a lot of those people to surface again. So it's like even though there's people like tirading the freaking Capitol and all this stuff, he still had a lot of votes.
He still got half the country, right?
He still had a lot of votes. Where are all those racist, crazy people? Like they're all still right in their house. Like it's just
there,
those are all people that are like generations ahead of us. So we have to kind of like, it doesn't matter where we come from because we're technically grown. Like think of it as like they're looking down on us for essentially where we come from, but we're educated enough to be like, it doesn't matter where you come from. Everybody's the same.
Right. Yeah.
But they're looking down on somebody else that they don't even know. Like it doesn't make sense.
Well, yeah, right? It almost seems like it's propaganda or something. Like because you know, when the science first became a thing, like maybe 200 years ago or something. So it's like a fairly new thing, but it's like it tried to get manipulated, or it was successfully manipulated for a long time. There was like racist science and stuff where they're trying to justify why slavery should be a thing in America. And then it's like, no, that's obviously not true. Everyone's an individual. Intelligence levels are not based on the melatonin level on the surface of someone's skin. That makes literally no sense. And it became this like really slow process of like, okay, maybe everyone's the same on the inside, but we still want to find ways to separate and judge people and stuff. And so it became more of like this like religious fight for the soul of America or whatever. Even though technically, like the Native Americans were completely decimated and destroyed, and that was kind of the soul of America before Americans came. But
it's so brutal what they did. That's so brutal.
It's insane. The Manifest Destiny. I didn't even know about it until I looked into it. I mean, obviously, I wasn't taught American history in Canada, but the same thing happened here, and it just wasn't mentioned. We were only taught British history, but it's weird how long it takes to get to the basic understanding that everyone is equal. It's just based on their character in the day-to-day life, whether they're an asshole or not, right? It's like it should be based on how they treat other people. It shouldn't be based on literally anything else, right? Because in America, it's like they prefer straight people, they prefer people who are Christian, and they won't say this anymore, but they still kind of prefer someone who's white. So it's like that's the ideal American lifestyle, this nuclear family thing. Get married by the time you're 25, start having kids, that kind of a thing. And so whenever anyone goes against that grain and like don't have sleeves, right, of like tattoos or whatever, like whatever stupid idea they have as like this is the ideal that we should strive towards, which literally sounds kind of like Nazi-esque shit, right? Like the perfect specimen of the Aryan race. But it's like that's what Americans want, and you see that all the time, like on reality TV and whatever's being propagated, right?
Yeah, or even in politics. The same model.
Same shtick, the same boring template.
Model always, right? Every movie is the same. Everything is the same. That's why for me, Joe, like I have kind of a little bit of an issue with that because I kind of like do that in my everyday life. Like I do media, I do ads, I do things like this where I see constant like propaganda and things
what
like
they
that.
want promoted with the ads.
Yeah, I see over and over again, and I'm just like
the white male's like savior.
Okay, the standard, the default guy who's the best. Yeah. And it's like, we can add other people in the background, but then they're the whatever. Yeah, that's stupid, man.
But as of now, things are really starting to come to a change. Like really.
Yeah, I was gonna say for the first time, it's actually shifting in the culture of cinema. At the very least, I don't know so much about politics. Yep. In cinema, they're like. Actually, it's like for the first time ever, there's like writers that aren't just people who look like me, which is so weird because that's insane. And it still is the majority of people. It's like 80% of all writers across North America are just your typical, just white guy. But there's a slow change happening. So it's a matter of just normalizing it and not having it be this special thing like, oh look, it's an all black cast. It's like that shouldn't be weird. That should just be
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
normal form of media. That shouldn't be like a special thing that gets touted. Yeah. It's like the world that would be the best world to live in and we would hope everyone would want is a world where we don't give a shit about that surface level stuff anymore. It just becomes character, right? It's based on character and like who people are and how they act. That should be
Yeah.
the basis of, how someone is represented or treated. It's
And
like if
then
you're an asshole, then people treat you like an asshole. If you're a nice person, people treat you
yeah,
nicely.
nicely, and just that's where it comes down to staying true to who yourself, right?
So even so it's like to assholes, stay true to yourself. Don't try and hide. You
I
an
will
asshole
I will
says.
kind of take that like reins of like I'm a little bit like not gonna lie, I'm a little bit of an asshole, and it's not like in
How are
the
you an asshole? You're not an asshole to me.
I mean it in the nicest way, where it's like I just don't like as you get older, Adam, like you just start to realize that you're not taking shit from people. It's you're being an asshole in a nice way, like in the kindest, most genuine way. It's like you don't even want to say asshole. It's more of like you're just standing up for who you are and like what you are. You're not letting people walk over you. You're not being taken advantage of. You're not. You're just being no. And you're walking away and you're feeling good with that. But sometimes you can
Yeah.
say no and feel like an asshole. It's like, why do I feel like an asshole because I said no? No, I just said
Yeah,
no and
I
I'm
had to
happy
learn
about
that the
it.
hard way. Like, I had to be able to say no. Like, sometimes I feel really bad, but like later on, I'd be like, I'm really glad I stood for myself and said no because I would be doing that right now and I'd be feeling bad for myself.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, straight up. Yeah, that's the weird thing. Growing up, I was a yes man. So it's funny because I think of the movie Yes Man with Jim Carrey, and it's like he is always saying no, and then he has to be taught to say yes to things to have new experiences. Like I had the opposite effect. I said yes too much to literally everything, and
Same.
it just kind of brought me down kind of the wrong path with the wrong group of people and
It
that kind of stuff,
destroyed
right?
me. It destroyed me.
It was toxic, yeah. So it's like learning how to
Why?
say no has become the new positive change in my life where I'm like being
Yes.
forceful and yeah. So it's
Literally
funny,
like
but yeah, it's like straight up. I would just say yes to anything and it did not do me good. So yeah, it's become the new thing is to be a no man just to help yourself, right? For your own mental health.
night and
Yeah.
day, man. It's like really, and again, it's not about being an asshole. It's about like, and again, this is where I'm saying it's kind of sounding like an asshole, but it's not an asshole. It's about supporting and being there for the people in your life, the people that do that for you. They want to
Yeah.
fan you. They want to fan your flame. You fan their flame, and that's it. Everybody else, again, can kick rocks, and they better be wearing socks, because if not, it's gonna hurt.
Nice. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, there you go.
That's
Exactly.
it.
Yeah. Very good. Very
Love
beautiful.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
man.
thinking yeah, like obviously I've told the story one too many times about the parking lot sitch, but that's just the most recent thing that happened to me. It's like
It's crazy.
I almost need more situations that way I'm allowed to solidify it in my own mind where it's like it's okay to say no, it's all right to
You did
be
great, Justin.
forceful.
You did great. You're fine.
Yeah,
Hey,
the Toronto mentality. Oh, and actually wait, so Adam, I guess that's another question I got for you, but are you a Toronto local or were you from like a different area like Markham or Richmond or like
Nah, born and
Mississauga?
raised Toronto.
Born and raised all the way,
Yeah,
yeah.
I lived in Parkdale for quite some time.
Okay, nice, yeah.
oh, cool.
That's something that I gotta learn, these terms. Parkdale. Let me look that up later to find out where it is. Is it one of the six? I still don't know what the six are. I know it's six districts, but yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
Parkdale is
learn.
like
I will
it's
learn what Toronto is. Little
not
bit
too far
shortly.
from me actually.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
That's
All I
fine.
know is that we're York, but also Toronto, and we're below York, and York starts above North York. It's so confusing, but that's just what's up.
Yeah.
It's regions.
I'm not
I
a
know it's
directional
weird, the
person.
houses and like the streets. Like because like Parkdale's kind of downtown, so I'm just used to like that
Okay.
city vibe. But yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, this isn't too far, right? Yeah, if you just hop on a bus, it shouldn't take more than like 10, 15 minutes to get downtown.
Yeah.
And then you turn left and then
Seems
enter
like
the
that's pretty
heart of the city. Yeah.
good job. Yeah.
Darren, how often have you traveled to Toronto? Do you have a lot of experience hanging out in the city or
Before
or have-
COVID, I would go.
yeah.
Honestly, before COVID, I'd probably go like every week.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so yeah, you're a
I'm
city
like,
rat. Yeah.
yeah, I like go being in there. I honestly like. I'm more of like a restaurant shopping rat. Like I like
Yeah,
to
yeah,
go
yeah.
to like a nice restaurant and just like chill, have like a couple appetizers, chill, then go take a walk, see what's out, see what's
Yeah.
here, what's hip, what's cool, take some pics, and then we're heading home.
Nice, very good. Yeah, that sounds like a
Yeah,
good time.
quick and easy.
And
That's the one
wait,
thing I love about Toronto is I can come home afterwards. I don't like living in
you
Toronto
can
'cause it's too
escape.
easy.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah. Well, no, I'll say, Adam, you and I, we got a good situation. I feel like we're kind of away from the busyness of it.
Yeah, no, yeah, yeah.
Every so often, there's like sirens that go by, but it's for a major street effort, I think we're doing pretty good. Like as far as noise and that kind of stuff goes, it's like we are kind of in a settled area. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely
We
agree.
should after like I don't know what's happening with COVID because like I talked to my brother yesterday.
Yeah.
He's in England and he says he's been on lockdown since November. He hasn't worked since November and he's gonna be in lockdown till June.
Till
Like
June.
they're like
Um,
full lockdown until June. I'm like, what? And that's in
Toronto.
England.
Yeah, well, I mean, England's dealing with the new variant is just completely decimating them.
Yeah.
Um,
So
it
what's
for us right
happening?
now, we're literally Toronto's the last one in lockdown. We're going out of lockdown tomorrow. This is dropping on Friday, so we already have been out of lockdown, but it's on Mondays when we get out of it.
Mhm.
But as far as the vaccine rollout goes, I think it's by summertime is their scheduled situation, but like there's no way we're gonna be able to vaccinate everybody by then. Maybe just Southern Ontario or something, right? But otherwise, like I don't know if we're gonna be. I mean, people are still gonna do whatever they want. As soon as summertime hits, you're gonna see everyone going to
Yeah,
the beaches, right? But
Yeah, like what are you
as far
thinking
as
about
like
that?
those,
Like, are you thinking, do you want to start socializing again or no? Like,
I want
what
to.
do you
I mean,
think?
last summer, the lockdown dropped by the summertime, right?
Yeah.
And I hung out with my girlfriend's friends, like outside. We did like a little backyard party for one of their birthdays, something like that. So we're probably just gonna do the same thing where we just do outside stuff, not indoor stuff. So that'll be the big thing. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, I mean, now that I got a place, obviously you got to come over, right? So it's just a matter of waiting until the weather's better so that we can have like a backyard party kind of a thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to
Definitely,
get
we have
like
to
a
get
patio
together, but
set out there and stuff. Yeah.
it's hard to just tell right now. Everything's just so up in the air. Like, it's brutal. I'm trying to look for
Uh,
a new place too. Like, I'm trying to look for a house, like
really?
or like a two-bedroom apartment that's like a flat.
Where? What area? Still in Hamilton, or you want to go
I
like?
honestly, I still want to stay in Hamilton, yeah, but
Yeah.
no, nowhere like downtown Hamilton, like new,
Okay.
but like
Yeah.
probably stay on the mountain or like in Ancaster or like
Yeah.
Westdale would be good maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't be in this working basement anymore. It's brutal, but I'm working on it. It's just I don't mind it for now. I don't like it is
Got to
what it
get some
is.
sun. You gotta, yeah.
But yeah, I
Different
need some
situation.
sun. It's just I'm doing a little better now. I can just make that choice financially. So I just want
Yeah.
to kick that into gear, get it flowing, get that part of my life started. And because I need space to like to pack some orders, it's like it takes me so long because like my shit's like I have a walk-in closet that's just
Yeah.
like technically like I'm pretty sure you've seen it.
Uh,
It's
yeah,
just like
yeah. I've been in your room, seen your
so
shit.
basically
Yeah.
like that is like all like now like just like used for storage for like all my gear and stuff.
Yeah.
So like like everything now I'm like it's just like it's getting too much where it's like it's kind of overwhelming me a bit where it's like
You
I don't
you
have
need your own
space.
room. Yeah,
Like I
you
don't
need
have space or
separation.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like,
Nice.
fuck. I need to just like improvements, you just start to grow out of things and you move
Yeah.
forward,
Yeah. Nice.
figure it out. But yeah, this COVID stuff has just been really brutal. It's just been like,
Yeah. Has there
just
been like a big hindrance? Like what how has your business situations been? Because obviously, yeah, you got like a
um, for me again, it's been a blessing in disguise. It's
yeah,
like I've
online
been the
orders, that kind of stuff.
most successful I've ever been like in my entire life, but
Yeah, no kidding. That's good.
it's
Nice.
it's more of just like I really just buckle down and just like have a goal and just hit the goal. You know what I mean? Like my
Yeah.
brain doesn't stop sometimes, but it's in a again balance is key where I have to balance it out a bit. Where today I'm just gonna focus more. Like I'm gonna try to focus Saturday and Sundays more on just myself and things like this instead of working so much constantly. Because I get a little stretched a little far sometimes. Because I have like other businesses too, where like I have an apartment that I rent out, and then now like I have to figure out I have to resell that now because like somebody it's just so much shit where I'm just like constantly. I have an Amazon business too, or like
Yeah.
I'm trying to end that now because it's like that was making me passive income before, but it's like now it's like with COVID, it's almost like it's too much work to like put into because I'm doing
No
so many other
kidding. Yeah,
things.
you're being spread
Like,
too thin.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to end that shit. I'm like I'm being
Butter
spread way
across
too.
too much bread. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to like really close things in and just figure out, okay, these are like my main sources of passive income. Boom, great. And then now I can just focus on my clothing line, my site, and just focus on that and just get that moving forward.
Yeah, yeah. Nice. Very good. Yeah, that's I feel like well, no, I mean I try to be as lazy as possible. I wish I was more of a workaholic, but I've definitely recently been in a situation now where I got like a little too much going on. Like I just finished making 2 new YouTube vids that I'm going to drop at some point, probably next week or the week after. But it's like I should have been working on the script, revising the script that have I told you about that? How I'm doing that with AJ? We made the short film, and so now we're doing a feature length script, and yeah, now it's just about revising, and I actually have a call with him later today about it. So he's probably gonna be disappointed in me because I didn't get enough done. But yeah, there's that, and then just the work itself. That's the most annoying part for me. And this you do not experience because you are an entrepreneur. It's your own business, but like the only income I'm getting is from the one thing that I don't want to keep doing that I have no passion in, which is being the PA of the TV show. So it's funny, and it's like that's the only money I'm making, so I have to do that. Everything else I'm doing, I'm making no income off of, so I can't just quit. But it just takes up so much time. So I'm like, yeah, stretch myself a little bit, but it's my own fault because I just keep coming up with different ideas for like YouTube videos and stuff and just want to do it. It's my ADD brain. I'm like jumping all over the place.
I have that ADD same brain, but what you need to do is, again, the main thing is like
I gotta set goals.
Vision boards are like my favorite thing, but you have to set the goal. You have to set the goal so that you know the target always. I also have a calendar in my bathroom so that when I take a shit or anything, I see the goal, like my calendar straight ahead of me. I can see the whole month ahead of me, and on those days, I see every single day. I take it in half of like, I take the months in half. So it's like from the 1st to the 15th, boom, the 15th to the 31st. I'll have like 5 goals on that calendar that'll, like, for instance, the goals that I have now is sell 2 products, take pictures of new products that I have already. What was the other thing? Hit 1K followers, and then do a giveaway.
Yeah.
Right.
How is that going, by the way? Because I don't know if it shows numbers on the social media anymore. Instagram.
For my followers.
Yeah.
I'm at like 7. I just hit 700.
Nice.
But when I started, when I came out with the line, I had 520. So it's been out for a month, exactly a month basically, because I came out with it on February 3rd. It's now the 7th. I'm at 700. So like by the end of this month, the end of this month, I'm gonna have 1,000, and then I already did the giveaways done today. So people are still entering the giveaway right now. That'll be done today. I already shot the new products, so I shot patches. I have necklaces coming out. Don't tell, our little secret. Necklaces coming out. Those will be coming out at the end of the month, so that because I had the mask giveaway this month, and I just came out with the mask this month, so people are like, "Oh, the mask coming out this month? Damn. Okay, let me get a mask quick. Let me
and it's going to start. It's going to start a pattern where people start to realize that you're doing this. Then right? It's like,
oh, he has. Oh shit, he has necklaces now too. Damn, okay. But if I came out with it all at once, it's like people are gonna go, oh, he has necklaces, he has hats.
Then they just skim it.
I can't. Oh my lord, I can't. Every month I'm gonna have a giveaway. If you have a goal, you just hit the goal. You just hit it.
Right. What's that called? A marketing campaign, right?
Yeah, I have a campaign essentially with every single thing I do basically, and it's on my vision board. You can do the exact same thing. You're just doing it for your YouTube. That's all. You're like, my goal is technically YouTube, so just do that.
Yeah. Oh, while dividing that between writing more and that kind of stuff. Wait, so actually, to pass this off to you, Adam, what you mentioned that you do a little writing as a hobby. What do you do? Is it poetry, short form, long form? What are you interested in?
I used to poetry, and I write some like short stories about like different people, or like sometimes my life, sometimes people I grew up with, sometimes people. It's fiction. Yeah.
Nice, very good. Yeah.
But how many of those do you write? Like, do you just do this like in your spare time? Like, what's it like?
I used to compete when I was younger with like poetry and stuff, but I kind of just stopped. I was really young. I think I was in middle school when I did it first, and it kind of just faded away. But now that I have my own space and like I have a lot of free time, I'm getting back into it.
That
Yeah.
is so fun. That is so nice to hear. I just love hearing when people are just doing their own stuff because it's like everyone's always so stressed out with work and all this shit. It's like, can't just people just like do what they love? This is what I'm talking about. Joe,
Exactly.
honestly, yes, please. Adam, yes, please. I'm
Yeah. Darren, yes,
Scraps.
please. Yeah, yeah.
I love it. It's so inspiring.
Yeah.
It like inspires
Yeah.
me. It's like, oh my goodness, yes, please. That's
Yeah.
so amazing. That's good,
Well,
man.
well,
And
Darren,
18.
as part of, I've seen a lot of those Instagram posts. You're kind of a poet yourself. The stuff that you're posting on
Am I?
Instagram,
Am I?
promoting your
Oh yeah,
products.
with my
Yeah, yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Your
I appreciate
pontifications
that.
and your yeah, yeah, your you know, your inspirational quotes and that
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah, that's good.
because I just really think that like I have literally like there's times where I just thought there was like going to be no tomorrow. Like literally, like times can be really bad, and it's like
Yeah, you can have it.
there's like certain songs like on the radio where like they're just amazing. Like I don't know, like there's this one song by like it's just like telling you to hang on for one just day longer. Like oh, this is like little song just motivation. Like, I used to listen to Sia the Greatest. Sia the Greatest. I used to listen to that song
Yeah,
every day, like
yeah.
every day. Oh my goodness, the motivation you can get from those things is like just unreal. Where like because I don't have anyone to tell me those things. You know what I mean? I'm alone. Like I have my dog, and it's just me and my dog since I'm
Yeah.
and it's just like such a hard struggle where it's like people think that successful people just like get success and like yeah some people do get success like just hand it to them
With
because
a small loan of $1 million, like
right
stupid
like,
shit like that.
and then
Yeah.
they become president okay cool but a lot of people like they a lot of successful people have struggled their majority of their life and they it's just about really like
It's the craft. It's the making a diamond out of coal kind of a thing. It takes pressure. It's like, you know, yeah, it's most successful people got there because of extremely difficult times and hard work and all that kind of stuff.
like the
Yeah.
heart like I every day even like in the shower to this like I'll go in the shower to this moment I can like draw blood from my hands like just like I'm just so like hungry for like just what I have in my head to become tuition like to become a tuition and like to be like tangible.
Yeah. Wait, okay, so all right, maybe I'll talk to you a bit after the podcast, but there is something I wanted to bring up to you with the clothing line. I don't know if you'd be interested in maybe collaborating with certain symbols or graphics or imagery or PNGs or whatever. Just because I've always enjoyed making symbols and stuff.
Yeah,
So I don't know. It's your business. I'm not like saying I want to like jump into it, but I would just be, you know, I don't know if you'd be interested in maybe,
of
yeah,
course.
having a little fun, little creative collab, that kind of a
Of
thing.
course. That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Of course I am. It's always anywhere you can be creative and collaborate, I'm in. Like, you know me. Of
So now
course.
I got as we're closing into the hour mark, I actually had a final question first for you, Darren. What's how is Aiden's like work situation? What's he been up to right now?
So
Not
he
up to
hasn't
much.
been working because he doesn't
Yeah.
have permanent residence. So he's just waiting on that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
So it's
right now we just try to stay as creative as we can. So he's working on essentially a game, like a game
oh, no
board.
kidding. Wow,
Freaking
nice.
wicked. Like it's really well done. And now he's
Yeah,
like redoing all the characters by like hand. They're like it's amazing. I can't even like I'm just like he's been working on it for like 2 months. But
yeah.
I think it's over 200 characters he's adding to the game.
Oh my gosh,
So
wow.
he has to hand paint individually these cards. They're like the size of basically like coasters. But
Yeah,
the game setup itself is already made. So basically, he's gonna try to just sell it himself afterwards, like through like Amazon or
yeah,
eBay or
yeah,
something
nice.
like that. Once it's all like done and we get it all, I'm gonna just be there and support whatever. That's his
Yeah,
dream right now.
promote
He's
it to
been
the sky. Yeah, I
doing
want to do the
yeah,
same.
he's been doing a lot of like Twitch and streaming
Oh, so
stuff.
he has started doing that because I remember him mentioning that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice,
so
nice, very good.
and like
Yeah,
that's basically he's just waiting for his permanent residency. Basically, it's like my brother in England, but my brother's
yeah.
coming back. He doesn't want to stay in England. He's going to come back to Canada. So my brother, when he comes back, he might stay with us for a bit, and that's why I
Okay,
kind of get a new place so that when he comes back,
there's just
there's
more room.
more. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, yeah. Nice. So actually, there's one of the people that I work with. He's Russian, and he's a permanent resident because he married someone that he met online, and he's like younger than us. He's like 24, 25, and he just like found a girl that agreed to marry him, and so now they're married and living together.
And I was wondering, would you want to like take the easy fast track with Aiden? Would you marry him just to keep him in the country? No.
Well, the thing is he put it. It's like it's not that like um the way he did it, like his permanent residency is he like put it as like it's almost like we're common law basically.
Okay, so that is an actual thing
But
that you
it's
can
like
do.
we're not really married essentially, but
Interesting.
it's basically
Yeah.
like he has a reason to be here because we've been in a relationship, we've been living together for
Sharing,
this amount
sharing the
of years.
same property. Yeah, yeah.
Like he sent a book, like the book is like probably like this thick of just like even like down to like when we first like met, first date, all that shit, text messages, all like filled with so much heat.
Yeah.
He went ham. So we're just waiting at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just
But
waiting. At this
so now, Adam, I'm curious, what's your current day-to-day situation? Is there, yeah, like what's your work life like and that kind of thing?
I work. I mostly work during the week, and I have like the weekends off. I'm just working at a grocery store right now. Just
Oh yeah.
doing
So
my own thing.
what's that like? Do you like are you finding it easy, or is it kind of sketchy just to be around so many people all day, or?
We kind of have a policy where if there's like too much people, like we can go to the back and like just wait for it to die down because there's only
Oh no!
certain
Oh,
times
that's
that there's a lot of
awesome.
people.
I didn't know
So-
that. That's cool. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, no, apparently like that's our right. So yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I like
That's
that.
cool. Some guy was like trying to cuss me out the other day. Um, he was like, okay, get this too. Like the arrows are on there's the arrows, right? We all follow the arrows.
The directional aisles.
We've all been in the aisle where there's people going back.
Every single day, nobody follows the arrows but
No
me.
one follows
I feel like an insane person when I do it. I'm like, what is wrong with you idiots? It's like I have like a shopping cart and it's like a tight aisle and someone's trying to butt in going the wrong way. I'm like, no, fuck you, dude. Like, what the hell?
Get this.
Yeah.
There was a situation. I went the opposing way because I couldn't go the other way around because the guy that has the cart, has the cart thing that's stacking everything is stacked there.
Mm-hmm.
People are going back and forth anyway, so it's like, what? There's these lines, these things don't make sense anymore. Even though
right, you're gonna have an exception.
Prior to this aisle, I've been going the right ways. Prior to this aisle, I've been going the right ways, and I always go the right way. But this time was in a situation where I had to go through this line. Adam, Joe, this guy points, and it's to me, of course. Even though there's a woman in front of me, there's a guy behind. Even though he points to me, do these things on the floor mean nothing to you? And yeah, there's a crew member that's there in the aisle where this is why we have to go around because in that he don't give a damn because it's like, can you not see that I'm in the way of them? That's why they have to go around. You're standing in the way too. Do you want people just to like not? We have to like work together here. But he's not getting. He just sees things on the floor and he's pissed. I just walked by. I don't have time. I'm trying to make some cash. I'm trying to go to the bank.
Yeah, you're not talking to a stranger. Yeah.
Time. Yeah. But remember, prior to that COVID, I whooped some ass. But no, I've been there. I've been done that. I don't have time. I'm a new person. I don't have time.
Nice. It's 2021 D. Yeah.
21 D. I don't have time. I have time to hit up the bank.
Yeah, that's right. That's funny. It's basically road rules. You follow the rules except for when there's exceptions, right? Like if the highway everyone's going 120, you're going to go with the flow of traffic. And then if you're picked out of the line, that's actually happened to me before. I've been picked out where I wasn't, or like I was the last one in a line, and then I was pulled over, and they're like, "You're speeding." I'm like, "So was every single person in front of me. What are you like? Come on."
Exactly. And try to guess what?
So that's what happened to you.
I loved walking as I was like walking away, and like I heard the explosion still going off behind me. It was like a grenade went off behind me, and I was just walking through the flames. It was so cool because the girl the girl that was in the lane too, like in the aisle too, she was like, "Sir, I don't think right now it's appropriate to like say that because like there is a little bit of like she came, like a woman came in and like
wow." So she was straight up just explaining the situation.
She like literally was like, just look around at the situation. The boy doesn't even care right now because he's trying to stack some beans. Like let him stack his shit. Stop tripping out. Like grab what you need to get and go. Move on.
Yeah.
But no, he wasn't having it. It's so funny because then I saw him in another aisle and he didn't say anything. Because in that aisle, everybody was going the right way in that aisle.
Yeah,
and so was I.
You know what? I'll say this. I've never tried to chirp anyone out before from going the wrong way, and it's because it's going to be one of those situations where it's just my luck, where the second I do it, it's going to be a person who always follows the rules and just did that one time, and he'll be like, dude, I always do it. I go, now I'm an asshole because, yeah, this guy's just like me.
And that lady jumped in and then it probably made him feel like an asshole. She was like, no, I don't think right now it's appropriate because this boy's here. I can hear her. She's like, but the boy's doing the stacking and like I can't even get through. Like you're standing. She was like, you're standing in the middle of the aisle. Like I was like, damn, girl, you're trying to get knocked out or something. But like she stood up. I was like, kudos to her. Like honestly, because men sometimes when the women approach them, they think they're like even badder because they think like, oh, I'm a man, I can like. But like she was holding her ground. I was there for it, but I wasn't at the same time because I was already in the next aisle trying to get my condensed milk.
There you go. Yeah. So what do you? Okay, so I'm food challenged. What do you use condensed milk for? What is that? Like, is it powdered milk or?
It's literally like it's like the definition of like caramel before it's caramel.
Oh, okay.
Like if you were to cook condensed milk, it would be dulce de leche. That's what it would be. Like if you cook condensed milk in a can, it'd come out as dulce de leche.
Okay,
but essentially, it's like milk that has like sugar and it's like super condensed.
Right. Okay. Interesting.
My coffee is like I just like the Tassimo doesn't have like sugar in it or flavor, just bare coffee.
Yeah. Okay.
That to it and sugar and cream to it essentially, but it's a little bit more fattening than regular just cream and sugar.
Yeah.
That's why I use it. It's like I need the meat.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. You got to bulk up. Yeah. Your metabolism is too damn high. You got to bring it down. Yeah.
I need the meat.
Need the meat. Yeah. That's funny. That's like my friend Pat. Yeah. He's like so skinny. He can't help it. It's like no matter what he does, he could just eat like 100 steaks every day and he'd still be scrawny.
I have steak probably like 3 times a week.
Oh my god.
It's brutal at this point. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that was me until I was like 18 or 19. I was almost hit with a double whammy. Started like losing my hair around 19, 20 and started packing on weight. Not specifically fat, but just my metabolism slowed down, so now I can start like building muscle or getting fat depending on whatever I want to do with myself. So that's interesting because otherwise my metabolism was super high growing up, like my entire young life. I was just super scrawny. I was just this lanky, scrawny kid, and then
Adam, how's your metabolism?
It's okay. I always had a problem with eating, but now that like I'm alone, like
if you don't mind me asking, in what way did you always have a problem with eating? If you don't mind me asking.
Yeah, no worries. It was just hard for me sometimes to eat. Like I don't know. I really never looked into it, but I would just find myself not hungry at times, and then I started smoking weed, and that's when it helped.
Oh, nice! There we go. Yeah, the munchies cured your food problem.
That was a really that really helped when I was younger. But like now I'm better. Like I can eat without smoking weed, but it helped when I was younger. But now it's a lot better.
Yeah, it's so weird. Okay, so interesting enough you say this. I know we're kind of wrapping up a bit, but interesting that you say this. I kind of have that same issue, and I think I have that issue in my like kind of still to the that I'm 30 now. I have that issue. I don't know what it is. If it's something genetic, if it's something like in my mind, is it something from like when I was drinking prior, or something where it's like I just don't really care for food that much. I know that sounds.
You say that, but you're so much better at like cooking and making delicious meals than me.
Yes, I love honestly. I grew up on the Food Network. I grew up and like tell me if this is something that like I don't know if it's strange. Like tell me if this is weird. I grew up in the Food Network. Grew up on the Food Network. I grew up basically working all food, like everything food related. Love food. I love cooking. I love seeing people eat. I love seeing people enjoy food. But myself, when I have a big plate of food, like I don't want a big plate of food. I don't want to feel full. I don't want to I don't really care that much where it's like okay, perfect example would be like if I put down Oreos, right? So like I don't understand how some people can just sit and eat like 8 Oreos. I can't do that. I just have one Oreo. That's too much. One Oreo is too much.
It's purely genetic. It's because of your high metabolism. Your body doesn't give you that urge that other people get. It's purely a physical thing. It's genetic.
So it's like, okay, I'll have a McDonald's meal. Hell yeah, I'll have a 10-piece McDonald's. Yeah, but that food doesn't exist. It's not the same as like, okay, now we have to sit down and eat. Like,
Yeah, like having like a chicken breast versus having a Big Mac. The Big Mac is like covered in grease; it just slides right down like a pill. But then you try to have a chicken breast, it's like way better for you. But like, yeah, it's just
I don't get why. Like, I just don't like. It's like, and I find that it's not talked about enough because everybody's always talking about it's so hard for me to lose weight. It's so hard for me to lose. If you want to lose
right.
weight,
The other side of it, yeah.
hit me up. If you want to lose weight, hit me up. Really, because I can. If you're hitting
Well,
me up,
all you'll say is, "I just don't have the need." Yeah, it just doesn't affect.
that's where I don't get though, like how
Yeah.
people are, because everybody's different, right? Everybody's different no matter
Yeah,
what.
literally, yeah, we're all
Where
thumbprints.
some people have the need to constantly be eating. I wish I kind of had that, where it's like I feel like, ooh, I'd want a snack right now, but I don't want anything in my fridge. I don't want anything that I have right now. I'm fine. I'll just starve.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
some people would just go and eat. Like my brother. A perfect example is when we were younger. My brother would just go, like, do you know bear paws?
yeah.
Adam, you know bear paws. You know bear
Yeah.
paws, Adam.
Classic.
Bear paws to me are disgustingly nasty. I hate bear paws. They're soft.
Bro,
They have.
no, come on,
It
it's
I
good.
tastes just
love
like
those.
Yeah,
my
I
brother
love them.
loves them. My brother loves them. My brother loves
Yeah.
them. He's like, I'm hungry. I'm like, I'm hungry too. He's like, I'll just go get a bear paw. I'm like, that shit's nasty. I ain't eating that, so I'll just starve.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
But he'll go and eat a bear paw. So it's like,
Yeah.
duh, that's how you're gonna gain weight, because you're gonna have a bear paw. I don't want it to eat a bear paw just to eat a bear paw.
Right.
I want like
Well, do it if you want it. Yeah.
I want
Yeah. So
something.
you have bougie sensibilities when it comes
You
to
told me
food.
this before. You're like, you're too bougie. I'm like, I'm not bougie if I don't really care. If it's more bougie, it's like
You like the
it's more,
finer things.
it's more
Well,
bougie.
okay. So
Eat this. But I
yeah,
guess I
no,
kind
no.
of.
Well, I guess it's a loose term, bougie. I mean bougie in a nice way, not in like you're an asshole at a restaurant way. I mean like you just enjoy the finer things. My girlfriend's bougie. She really enjoys the fine cheeses and fine breads
It's very
because
picky.
she worked at a cheese shop for like a number of years. So
I said it. It's picky. The word's picky.
right. Yeah.
It's not bougie. Picky, because it's like
All right,
bougie would be
picky.
like, I'm not eating that. I'll only eat the dusted cauliflower. Like it's like,
Right.
no, I don't want any.
Yeah, that's not what you do. Yeah.
Any of it. I don't want
Yeah.
like if it's almost like, even like, say for instance, I do like chicken breast. I do like steak, but if I have it and I don't want it, I'm not eating it. That's where it's like, that's crazy. And you have to eat something to survive. It's like, no, I'll just go till tomorrow till I want what I want.
Right.
That's where it's like, you might have a little bit of an eating disorder or something. No?
I would still pin it on genetics because you still enjoy food, so I don't think it's a mentality thing. I think it's an urge. You don't have an urge, so you're like, I don't want to do it. So it's like a body thing. Yeah. My thing is, I think, and Adam, we didn't mention this, and again, we got to close out. This has gone off for so long, but I never have an urge to drink water. My body doesn't tell me when it's thirsty, so I'll just start to get a headache. I don't get thirsty. It's very strange, and I think that's also because, yeah, like Darren and I are both recovered alcoholics. I don't think we mentioned that, but
No.
I don't know if that's a cause and effect thing where because I drank so much, like binge drank, that like broke something in my body where now it just doesn't tell me when it's thirsty because it just knows that I'll just be binge drinking, even though that hasn't been the case for over 2 years now. Yeah, so I just don't. Yeah, I just don't have an urge to drink ever, so I have to manually do it. Yeah, I'll just drink. I'll just think I'll be like, it's been a while since I drank. I'm gonna drink something. Yeah. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, that's it. That's the word.
That's it. Adam, thank you so much for coming on, honestly. And yeah, the second the weather gets warmer, got to do some sort of outdoor.
Yeah, no. Thank you guys so much for having me. And
Yeah, it was a pleasure. Like, you're amazing.
thank
Yeah.
you.
And hopefully we can have you on again. And just in general, yeah, hope we stay in touch. I mean, obviously, you're close.
I do have a question though.
Yes. Yeah.
So for you, Joe, like, is Squidward actually painted on your wall? Is that like what's happening?
It's a pretty good blue screen, but no, you can see my shoulder kind of disappearing every so
Oh
often.
yeah, okay then yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
mean,
it is blue
I
screen.
figured it was like something like Zoom. I've seen
It
like
had to have been a-
background shakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't know if you know, but Darren is also in a virtual world. If we want to
Oh,
plug
no
that
way.
back. Yeah, we're
I
just
am.
looking
You
at
can tell though.
photos.
I am though, right? You can tell I am.
I can tell when
I
looking
am,
at you, but
yes.
You can tell from me, right? Because I'm wearing headphones, right, Adam?
Oh yeah. Okay,
Photos
now I
in
can
and
tell.
out. Existence,
Because it's
yeah.
just a mirror. Oh wow. Okay.
That's it.
It's so funny because your place looks good, so it's interesting that you always do the virtual background. It's not like you're in a dingy place. It's like I got like a weird background where it's just my head.
Surprised you can see my dog right now. Actually, yeah, you can.
Where is he? Yeah, there he is, little chihuahua.
Just sleeping.
Just chilling. That's adorable.
Alrighty, guys. Well, that's another great one.
Yeah, that's another one. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was nice meeting you, but that was good.
So, until next time, audience members, make sure to like, subscribe, whatever the heck, you know what to do.
We appreciate it.
And we'll see you guys in the next one.
Yeah, guys, take it easy, be safe, enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Yeah,
Bye.
Bye.
All right.